starting a conversation with someone new can feel scary. Many people worry about what to say or think the other person might not want to talk. But talking to new people is a skill you can learn. With some simple tips and practice, you can feel more comfortable starting conversations. Talking to new people helps you make friends, learn new things, and feel more connected to others. It can help you at work, school, or in your daily life. When you can start conversations easily, you feel more confident and less lonely. Meeting new people opens doors to new experiences and opportunities you might never have had otherwise. Before you even say your first word, your body language speaks for you. Stand up straight and smile. Look friendly and open. If you look stressed or angry, people will not want to talk to you. Take a deep breath and relax your shoulders. Make gentle eye contact, but do not stare. Keep your arms uncrossed and your hands visible. These small changes make you appear warm and approachable. Timing is everything when starting conversations. Look for good moments to start talking. If someone is reading a book, wearing headphones, or looks very busy, it might not be the best time. Look for people who seem relaxed and not in a hurry. People waiting in line, sitting alone at coffee shops or walking their dogs are often open to friendly chat. Choose quiet places where you can hear each other clearly rather than very loud environments. The most simple way to start is with a warm greeting. Say hello or hi with a genuine smile. You can also say good morning or good afternoon, depending on the time of day. Your tone of voice matters just as much as your words. Speak clearly and at a comfortable volume. One of the easiest conversation starters is to comment on something you can both see. This works very well because you are both in the same place experiencing the same thing. You might say, "This coffee shop is really busy today," or "The weather is so nice today," or "This line is moving really slowly." These comments are safe, natural, and give the other person an easy way to respond. Giving someone a sincere compliment is another great way to start talking. You could say, "I really like your shirt," or "Your dog is so cute," or "That book looks interesting." Keep compliments simple and honest. Focus on things like clothing, accessories, pets, or books, rather than personal physical features. People usually feel good when they receive genuine compliments and are happy to talk about things they chose or care about. Asking for help or information works wonderfully because most people like to feel useful and share their knowledge. You could ask, "Do you know what time this store closes?" Or, "Have you tried the food here before?" Or, "Is this your first time at this event?" This approach gives the other person a chance to be helpful while starting a natural conversation. You can also talk about something happening around you right now. If you are at an event, you could say, "This music is great," or "Have you been to this place before?" If you are both experiencing the same situation, like waiting for a delayed train, you might say, "I hope it arrives soon," or "At least the weather is nice while we wait." Once you start talking, you need to keep the conversation flowing naturally. Talk about the place where you are meeting. If you're at a coffee shop, you could ask about their favorite drink or if they come there often. If you're at a park, you could talk about how nice it is to be outside or ask if they exercise there regularly. Ask about their interests and hobbies in a gentle way. You might say, "What do you like to do for fun?" Or, "Are you into any sports?" Or, "Do you have any interesting hobbies?" People usually enjoy talking about things they care about, and this gives you insight into their personality and lifestyle. Movies, TV shows, and books are safe topics that most people have opinions about. You could ask, "Have you watched anything good lately?" Or, "Do you have any book recommendations?" Or, "Did you see that new movie everyone is talking about?" Entertainment is something almost everyone can relate to, regardless of their background. Travel and places make for interesting conversation topics. You could ask, "Are you from this area?" Or, "Have you traveled anywhere interesting lately?" Or, "What is the most beautiful place you have ever visited?" Even if someone has not traveled far from home, they might have stories about local places they love or dream destinations they hope to visit someday. Food and restaurants are topics that bring people together. Most people have opinions about food and enjoy sharing their discoveries. You could ask, "Do you know any good restaurants around here?" Or, "Have you tried the new pizza place?" Or, "What is your favorite type of food?" Food conversations often lead to cultural exchanges and recipe sharing. You can discuss current events, but be careful about your choices. Stick to lighter news like local community events, sports results, or entertainment news. Avoid heavy topics like politics, tragedy, or controversial social issues when you first meet someone. Save those deeper conversations for when you know the person better. Listen carefully to what the other person says and show genuine interest. Nod your head, make appropriate eye contact, and use small verbal cues like, "Oh really?" or "That sounds interesting." Ask follow-up questions about what they tell you. If they mention they like hiking, you could ask, "What is your favorite trail?" Or, "How did you get into hiking?" This shows you are paying attention and care about their responses. Share something about yourself too, but keep it balanced. Conversations work best when both people contribute equally. If they tell you about their job, you could share something about your work or studies. If they mention a hobby, you might talk about something you enjoy doing. This back and forth creates connection and mutual interest. Look for things you have in common and explore those connections. If you both like the same music, visited the same city, or share a similar interest, spend more time talking about that. Shared experiences and interests help people bond and give you more to discuss. Ask open-ended questions instead of questions that only need yes or no answers. Instead of asking, "Do you work nearby?" try, "What kind of work do you do?" or "How do you like your job?" Open questions give the other person more opportunity to share and keep the conversation flowing naturally. Use the person's name when you learn it, but do not overdo it. People like hearing their own name because it shows you were paying attention and helps create a personal connection. It also helps you remember their name for future meetings. There are important things to avoid when starting conversations. Do not ask very personal questions right away. Things like age, salary, relationship status, family problems, or health issues are too personal for someone you just met. Build trust gradually before moving to deeper topics. Do not spend the entire time talking only about yourself. If you share story after story about your life without asking about theirs, the other person will get bored and feel unimportant. Good conversations require balance and mutual interest. Avoid starting conversations with complaints or negative topics. Everyone has bad days, but beginning with complaints about your problems, the weather, or current events creates a negative atmosphere that pushes people away. Stay positive and upbeat, especially in first meetings. Put your phone away completely while talking. Looking at your phone, checking messages, or taking calls shows you are not interested in the person in front of you. Give them your full attention and respect their time. Never interrupt when the other person is speaking. Wait for them to finish their thoughts before you respond. Interrupting shows poor manners and makes people feel unheard and unimportant. Even if you have something exciting to share, be patient and wait for your turn. Stay away from controversial topics like politics, religion, or divisive social issues unless you already know the person shares your views. These topics can quickly turn friendly conversations into arguments and make people uncomfortable. Pay close attention to the other person's body language and verbal cues. If they smile, make eye contact, ask questions back and lean toward you, they are probably enjoying the conversation and want to continue. These are positive signs that encourage you to keep talking. However, if someone frequently looks at their phone, gives very short one-word answers, looks around the room instead of at you, or seems distracted, they might want to end the conversation. This is normal and not necessarily about you personally. They might be busy, stressed, or simply not in a social mood. Watch their physical behavior too. If they step back when you move closer, cross their arms, turn their body away from you, or avoid eye contact, they might feel uncomfortable. Give them space and consider ending the conversation politely. Know when and how to end conversations gracefully. If you have been talking for a while, if the other person seems ready to leave, or if you need to go somewhere, it is time to wrap up nicely. Do not let conversations drag on too long, as this can make people uncomfortable. You can end by saying something like, "It was really nice talking to you," or "I hope you enjoy the rest of your day," or "Thanks for the great conversation." This shows you appreciated the time you spent together and leaves a positive impression. If you enjoyed talking with someone and want to see them again, you can ask for their contact information. Say something like, "Would you like to exchange phone numbers?" Or "Are you on social media?" Or "Maybe we could grab coffee sometime." Do not feel rejected or take it personally if they decline. Some people prefer to keep casual conversations casual. Sometimes you might want to leave the conversation yourself. You can say, "I need to get going, but it was great meeting you," or "I should let you get back to what you were doing," or "I have an appointment, but I really enjoyed talking with you." Be honest, but kind when you need to leave. The more you practice starting conversations, the easier and more natural it becomes. Start with low-pressure situations like talking to store employees, people waiting in line with you, or neighbors you see regularly. These interactions help you build confidence without high stakes. Set small, achievable goals for yourself. Maybe try to have one new conversation each day or week. Celebrate your successes, even if the conversations were brief or awkward. Every interaction is valuable practice that builds your social skills and confidence. Remember that most people are naturally friendly and want to connect with others. Many people feel just as nervous as you do about starting conversations. When you approach someone with genuine friendliness, you often discover they are happy to talk and grateful that you made the first move. Do not worry when some conversations do not go well. This happens to everyone, even people who seem very social and confident. Some people are having bad days, some are naturally shy, and some are just not in the mood to talk. None of this reflects on your worth as a person or your conversation skills. Each conversation teaches you something new about reading people, choosing topics, and expressing yourself. Over time, you develop better instincts about when to approach someone, what to say, and how to keep interactions flowing smoothly. Be yourself and stay relaxed throughout the process. People can sense when you are trying too hard to impress them or being fake. Authenticity is much more attractive than perfection. Show genuine interest in others, be kind, and let your natural personality shine through. Smile often because it makes you look approachable and friendly, while also making you feel more confident. Smiling is contagious and creates a positive atmosphere that draws people toward you. Even when you feel nervous, smiling can help you feel calmer and more confident. Remember that rejection is rarely personal. If someone does not want to talk, it usually has nothing to do with you specifically. They might be having a difficult day, running late for something important, dealing with personal problems, or simply preferring solitude at that moment. Stay positive and keep practicing. Every person you meet teaches you something new about human nature and social interaction. Some conversations will be amazing, others will be awkward, and most will be somewhere in between. All of these experiences contribute to your growth as a communicator. Starting conversations is a valuable life skill that will serve you well in countless situations. Whether you are networking for career opportunities, looking for friendship, seeking romantic connections, or simply wanting to feel more connected to your community, the ability to talk comfortably with strangers opens many doors. With patience, practice, and genuine interest in other people, you can become someone who easily connects with others and makes new friends wherever you go. The key is to start small, be kind to yourself during the learning process, and remember that every expert was once a beginner. Your confidence will grow with each positive interaction, and soon starting conversations will feel as natural as breathing.